Hello everybody, welcome back to Plot 97A. My name's Simon. How are you all doing, guys? I hope you're all really well. Bit Christmassy. Specimen monkey puzzle tree, native of South America, the Andes Mountains. Lived for 1,000 years, can grow up to 50 metres with a 3 metre diameter trunk, and these were around with the dinosaurs 200 million years ago. Thank you, Google. That's how I get all my info. How are we doing? A little bit of damage done by Storm Dara. It's actually a little bit of damage done over there as well, as you can see, that poor fruit cage. But yeah, it's just weather. The new whip. So happy. Thank you people that supported me for getting that. You know who you are. Thank you guys. And I'm going to be doing a couple of shout outs at the end. Well, quite a few shout outs at the end, but here we are. We've had a proper old clear down, and I'm glad a few people have taken a bit of that horse litter. And the front, I'm going to be, once I've got cleared and I'll show you around the rest of the plot, this is what I'm going to be tidying up next, because it looks a bit of a mess. And unfortunately the coal scuttle is has got to go, so I'm going to clear that, and I'm going to obviously weed through here and take that old fence down, because I'm just going to put some posts in the ground, a little bit of wire across there, just as a physical barrier for the moment. But we have been busy. I have been busy. Not we, it's me. I've been busy. I've thoroughly enjoyed it. It's cheaper than the gym. Getting your hands dirty it's just good for the mind, body and soul. So I've lifted all the slabs up along here. I've got those few curbs stones to lift, but I've lifted all the slabs, all the timber, and I've cleared. Probably done 4, maybe 5 runs in the new tank. Check out the new whip. Proper old tank. She's a 20 bagger, whereas the Focus was, 12, 13, 15 bagger. She's a 20 bagger, mate. We can properly field her up. And when I say a bagger, one of them's a bag. The old compost bags. And that is mainly full of bindweed. Because this week I have been mostly weeding. Shout out to Far Show there. I was watching it the other day. It's funny as anything. Yeah, I've been weeding. I've taken this polytunnel up, and this now has taken me to probably about 4 hours to get to that point, because it's really in there. I'm trying to go as deep as I possibly can to try and pull it out. I'm not going to get it all, but I will let this ground settle, and I'll double dig it before I put our polytunnels up again. But I'm still unsure about the layout, so I'm gonna just take a few days to think about the layout, because I'm kind of there nearly. And can we call ourselves an allotment now? I popped some garlic in, so we are actually growing in the ground, and there's a few organic pellets that I've just stuck in there, but we are growing, so we can call ourselves a proper allotment again. But yeah, it's been physical, enjoyable, all of the above. Now what I've done is I managed to get rid of the old compost bins, and there was a couple of wheelie bins and those few other bits and pieces, and I took them up to our porter cabin. We've got a little space, a little free area. If anyone's got anything, they stick it up there, and they were gone within 2 hours. Excuse me. Yeah, they were gone within 2 hours, so they've gone to a good home. And I've weeded over that area that had this plastic sheet on, and I've just spread this horse litter out. Now I'm doing that because I've weeded all through here, and I know obviously weeds will take over straight away. And I watched another brilliant video by Hugh, shout out Hugh, about he's going to mulch his beds in the spring. But I've just got so much of it, and it's actually quite young, this stuff. So I thought, just get it on the beds. It won't do it any harm. It will suppress the weeds, and give it a little bit of feed, because there's horse manure and all sorts of wonderful stuff there. But this right hand side, I'm going to level off, so it's quite high. It's mounded here. It's probably about, I don't know, half a metre higher this end, and I'm pretty sure all that soil came out of there, so it's all going to go back in. So all of this top end will be completely level. I'll lift those last few slabs up, but I'm keeping them down for the moment, obviously, because it's just cleaner, you know. And I've been quite lucky over the last couple of, we haven't had a lot of rain, and this wind is helping. So, but yeah, bindweed. So there's 2 or 3 bags more there of bindweed. It's just, but if I do it now, if I get 70, you know, 60-70% out now, I'll double dig again in the spring, and we've got a fighting chance. So you've got to dig it out. So this cage is going. This is going over to chap over the road. He's going to be picking that up, and he's taking that board as well, and that's for his chickens. So hopefully we'll do a little video next year, because he breeds chickens, and I've looked at his birds and they are absolute stunners. He's probably got about 30 over there, and they're just a pleasure, joy to see. Right, let's have a look at our top end. So I've put compost, the horse litter where this polytunnel once was. Again, I dug all this over, dug all the bindweed out, or as much as I could get out, and it's just to stop the weeds coming through, and just feed the soil a little bit, try to. But the only trouble is with the stuff, and I've heard some quite positive things, because I've used it before, but I've heard a couple of negative things. I believe it's treated with a chemical, it's sprayed with a chemical, so I need to be a little bit mindful of that. So we'll see how we go with it, but I can't see it doing any, you know, too much harm. I think it's going to do us more of a favour by suppressing the weeds, and me digging it, giving it a good dig in the spring. Look at our slabs. We have accumulated. And I've still got slabs along here, and obviously slabs along the front, so we've got plenty. I'm going to use the majority of them, but any I get left over, they've got a good home to go to. So we're going to yeah, they've got a good home to go to. But yeah, been pretty steady. It's not been you know, not breaking the back of it yet, but I just feel I'm getting to a stage where it's clear. Now, this top end, this took me 3 or 4 hours to have a look. Obviously I moved all of the stuff onto there, and the only thing that's under there is a little bit is timber, a few poles and some canes, but I just wanted to kind of protect them, so I thought I'd use that sheeting. Compost, obviously I'm going to sort out the compost bins, and that's what I've kept. So 3 water butts and a weedy bin, but I'm going to use those for the compost bin, which I'm pretty sure I'm going to put it in that corner there, and I can then get rid of all these compost bins. But yeah, I've taken all of the sheeting up, and I think it's just the right thing. It gives the trees a chance to get that moisture. I think the sheeting was down for 1 season, so not too long, but the soil is actually quite dry. So again, I'm erring on the side of, I'd rather just take it up, basically. I've got a little bit of garlic over there as well that I noticed, and we've got a few onions in them beds, but I'll weed all of that through, and just leave this for until the spring. I actually went and treated myself to some bulbs, some irises, crocuses, and some daffs, and I've just popped all of those under and around the trees. So I'd like to get some wildflowers, and with the slabs get a nice little seating area here. But yeah, we've had a good clear up, we've had a good tidy up. I think I turned up yesterday or the day before, and I looked at it, and I came down here and sat down. Always take 10 minutes to sit yourself down and just think about what's going on. And I thought, do you know what, we're actually getting there. So if I can get it to a stage where I've got the front level, everything dug over by the end of the end of 2024, what a year, by the way, we'll get into that in a minute, then I'll be really happy. And the fence I will be doing over January, February, because we need to get our greenhouses sorted out, and I'm going to pretty much just turn those 90 degrees and have them kind of in the same area. But it's all about planning. What I'm really going to do, I'm going to draw one out myself, and then I'm going to go into AI and tell them what I need and see how the position of the sun and everything else, and just see what they come up with. See if they're smarter than us. Not yet, but they bloody well will be. So I'd like to thank everybody for the support this year. People that featured on the videos: Bonsai Jeff, legend; Joe, legend. Be spending Christmas Day with Joe and his family. I'm looking forward to it. We booked a curry. We booked an Indian restaurant, so we'll be having barges in blankets and all sorts of booners and yeah. That's Christmas. That's my Christmas Day sorted. I'd like to thank my mum for all the support, and Dave, thank you very much for all the support you've given me this year. I'd like to thank Brenda as well. Brenda's not been too well. I would love to have featured her so much more this year, but she kind of got knocked sideways for a few months, but she's getting better. I've seen her today, and I can say that she's getting much stronger and much better. So we'll be seeing a lot more of Brenda in 2025. But most important, not important, everyone's just as important, but thank you for watching, for liking, for subscribing, for commenting, and just for being positive. PMA, it's incredible. And all the other people, all the other content creators out there, keep going, guys. It's there's room for everyone. Thank you all so much for watching. Have a great gardening week, guys. Don't really get into, I'm pretty sure there's not going to be much gardening going on. Everyone prepping up for the holidays. Have a fantastic holiday, fantastic new year, and I will see you all January 2025, early January 2025. Thank you all so much. Bye for now.